Hello, 22 Tony here with another discussion of collecting vintage and antique ammo. Today I want to talk specifically about displaying your ammo. In a previous video I did talk a little bit about storing ammo for long-term storage, and my rule is keep it clean, keep it dry, keep it away from high heat, and your ammo will last you for many, many years. Well, storing your ammo, there's many places that you can store it clean, dry, and away from high heat. You can keep it in your gun safe. You could store it in a vintage military ammo box. You could even put it in your desk drawer. All of these places are going to meet my criteria for clean, dry, and away from high heat. But what if you're proud of your collection and you want to display it? Well, we've got a few options and a few things to talk about. First, I want to talk about wrapping your boxes in plastic or not wrapping them. Here's my two of my Federal Lightning boxes that have been the center of a previous video. But today we're talking specifically about displaying them. Now you can see that this one is wrapped in plastic, while this one is not. When I first started collecting, I was a little concerned about wrapping in plastic. I'd seen them displayed that way at ammo shows, and I've seen other collectors display them that way, and even on the internet I've seen boxes that were wrapped in plastic. I just wasn't sure. I was a little concerned. What if moisture got in there? Would it damage the box? Would it damage the ammo? So I did ask a few experienced collectors and ammo dealers, and the consensus seems to be that it is safe. You can wrap your boxes in plastic, seal them, and you can display these pretty much however you like. You put them on your mantle, set them out on your desk, put them in your kitchen if you'd like. The downside to displaying them that way is, first of all, if you have a large collection, it's going to take up a lot of room. And also, if they're out unprotected, they are going to need to be cleaned from time to time, dusted and cleaned. So for many of us, that may not be an option. So I started looking for other options. Well, the first thing I did was go to my local flea market to see what was available. Now, I didn't find any 22 ammo boxes or display boxes, but I did find a nice box here with a plexiglass lid. I believe this was originally held tea bags, but I found that it works very nicely to hold my ammo boxes. And this particular box has, for the most part, store brand 22 boxes. Now this works really nice. It keeps the dust out, keeps them clean, keeps them dry. I display this on my desk so I can look at them when I'd like to, and it's very easy to open to get at the boxes if I'd like to do that. The problem with this option is it is, obviously somewhat limited. This box comfortably holds 12 boxes. Well, my collection's many times that. 12 boxes is nice, but that's certainly not a collection. So I got to thinking, there's got to be something else. Well, my next thought was, let's go on the internet. So I started looking on the internet, specifically eBay, and I was looking for 22 display boxes, and as I expected, I didn't find any. But what I did find was display boxes for other types of materials. For example, there were thimble displays. They actually looked like they might work for 22 boxes. I'd have to check the depth, but they looked like they'd work. I also found displays for shot glasses. Again, the dimensions looked like they were right. They were probably a little bit taller than they needed to be, but the dimensions looked right. They looked like they display my 22 boxes very nicely. The other option was to have custom-made boxes. Well, I'm cheap, so that was eliminated pretty quickly. But I kept looking, and I came across something that was pretty obvious once I thought about it, and you may have already thought about it, is there are dozens of different types of display boxes for Hot Wheels and Matchbox and HO slot cars. These are readily available. They're not particularly expensive. You can get very expensive, but these particular ones weren't very expensive at all. They come, I ordered the plastic ones. They did have some really nice oak ones, but I got the plastic ones. They come with a nice plexiglass cover. Keeps the dust out, keeps the ammo boxes clean, away from dirt. I keep them in a temperature controlled area, so they're away from high heat. And these will display very nicely. I'm not going to keep them in direct sun. The sun will still fade even though they're sealed in plastic. Certainly the sun would fade the colors a little bit, so I will keep them out of the sun. But in a typical room, temperature controlled, out of direct sunlight, these will display nicely for many years. I don't anticipate any problems at all displaying this way. So this is an option I came up with, and you've probably got some other options of your own, or maybe some other methods for displaying your collections. But as always, my discussions are just to get you thinking and hopefully give you some ideas and hopefully have you come up with some thoughts of your own. So I hope you liked today's discussion, and I'm glad you watched, and I hope you watch my other videos. And I do hope you all have a good day. Thanks. Bye.